Hi, I'm Alex.
Hey y'all, and I'm Ryan, and this is
Alex and Ryan Unscripted. Okay, welcome back everyone to our podcast, the Alex and Ryan podcast.
Hey y'all.
This episode is going to be, I think it's going to be a good conversation, a fun conversation.
Right.
Yeah. So you want to get into it?
Okay, y'all. So we're going to just dive straight into it. So this episode, we are talking about deja vu and dreams. And y'all, let's talk about deja vu real quick. How many of y'all I feel like everybody in their lifetime experiences deja vu. But I told myself, I think it'll be really cool if I can know if I can know what it's about to happen. But then your girl, will be telling the future, right? And it made me think of that's a Raven, how she be having her moments where she can see things before it happen. But what's crazy is, so growing up, my deja vu would happen for a couple seconds. But as I've gotten older, and I would say recently, it's gotten to the point where it's a couple minutes. And in those minutes, the beginning portion, I'm like, okay, this feels familiar. And then my mind is like, okay, and then this is what's going to happen next. And then it happens. But it's in the moment. You know what I mean? It's not I'm predicting it time in advance. It's in the moment. It's okay, this feels familiar. I've done this before, or it's always I've seen this before.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's and then this is going to happen next. And then it happens. And I was like, wow, these deja vus are getting a little bit advanced. I don't know what else to say. But I be having myself kind of shook sometimes. But then I was like, okay, I think this is really just God showing me that I'm in alignment, if that makes sense. I'm where I'm supposed to be. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just walking the path that he has for me. But I think it's crazy now that it's starting to last for a moment. And then especially, there's been times where I will have multiple, in a day. I used to have one or two here, but I think at most I had 4 in a day.
Oh, wow.
And I was like, whoa, what the heck is going on?
Yeah. I'll say mine kind of differ on how long they last. But I do think that it does mean I'm in a line. And sometimes it'd be the simplest things. It could be just me walking down the stairs a certain way, and I have something in my hand. It's whoa, I feel like I've lived this before.
Yeah.
I've done this before. And it's just a weird feeling. And in that moment, I guess I'm not that advanced to where I know what's going to happen next. It's just a matter of I do it, and it's a feeling of this is weird.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I've done this before. And there's certain things that I do dang near every day, but I don't feel that deja vu feeling of why does it feel like this time is different, if that makes sense.
Well, you said there's moments where you don't have that deja vu feeling, but you feel you've done it before?
So, what is so okay, basically what I'm meaning, every day I walk down the stairs, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm reliving that every day. I'm doing that every day kind of thing. But there are moments where there could be a moment where I'm walking down the stairs and I get this overwhelming feeling of deja vu, I've done this, but it's not the same. It's not, they're 2 different things. That makes sense. You see what I'm trying to say?
Oh, I'm
not picking up, not getting it. That don't make sense.
Because, okay, are you saying that there's moments where you're okay, this is a deja vu because I've definitely done this before. And then are there other moments where it's this is familiar?
I mean, yeah, basically. But I guess like what I'm trying to say is more of like I guess like explain the deja vu feeling. Even though like you know, deja vu to me it feels like I've done it before. So like what I'm meaning is like I just use an example as like walking down the stairs holding something, and I may get this feeling of like, oh, I've done this before, and it feels weird. It just feels familiar, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then there's other times where I'm walking down the stairs and I don't get that feeling, even though I know I've done it before.
Oh, okay.
So it's like that deja vu feeling is like almost it's just it's I don't know, it's a weird feeling
Yeah.
of something like deeper, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Well, then, yeah, yeah. Yeah, I definitely
Yeah,
understand. I get that.
I never really remember my deja vus. That's why I use the example of going down the stairs because I don't remember them really.
Girl, me neither. 'Cause I'd be like, why is it that those are so quick? So it's, well, no. Cause I was gonna say there's moments where I forget my dreams too.
Oh yeah,
But
plenty.
certain dreams stick, right? And then certain dreams, it's like, man, I need to forget that. Like, cause it was just so dumb. It was so dumb. It was so dumb. I feel like some of my dreams could turn into like, I don't know, it gives cart. Well, I have dreams sometimes that could just be very silly, like very, very like topsy turvy, silly.
Yeah.
And it's like, I don't care to remember those. But then I can have like good dreams. And when I say good dreams, it's like I guess like a movie, like a nice little storyline. And those are the dreams where I want to remember. But then I sometimes don't remember them.
Yeah. Same. And be wanting to go back to sleep to try and to try and relive them. Remember, like put me back in that dream.
Girl, that that part. That
Yes.
part. Okay. There was one moment when I was a little girl. I want to say I was in middle school. Or was I in high school? I can't remember. But girl, me and my sister shared a room and I was asleep. But I had a dream. Okay, y'all don't judge me, y'all. It's dumb, but I had a dream that I was in the bed like eating a bowl of cereal. And I don't even think we owned this bowl in real life, but it was like a blue bowl. And I think I had some frosted flakes in it. And oh my gosh, like the milk was just right. It was cold, the crunch, like everything was just so good. And I was just super happy. And then I woke up and I was like, where's my bowl of cereal? Who took my bowl of cereal? And my sister is like, girl, what is wrong? What's wrong with you? And mind y'all, I just took a nap. Like, this is during the day. It had to be a weekend because we were at home. So I just took a
Mm-hmm.
nap. So it was still daytime. And I woke up, but my hands were like, kind of like, I woke up like with my hands like I was holding something.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, what
Oh,
the heck? Like, where's my cereal? Like, who just,
that's
yeah,
crazy.
that was dumb. And then real quick, there was another time, and I don't know what I was dreaming about, but my sister said, like the way you were sleeping that one time was awkward or weird, kind of scary. But she was like, you were literally laying in bed, like, but your body was so straight, like you know how folks be well, how they lay people when they are dying, like in a coffin. But she said your body was so straight and your hands were folded over over your chest,
Oh, you
and
was
you were
funny.
smiling, and you were smiling. She said, "Girl, what the heck?" She like, it looked like you was dead,
You was casket
like you
ready.
was,
No,
girl, yes. And
that's
she was like, and you
creepy.
were just smiling, like not smiling with teeth, but like,
Yeah, like a little grin.
yes.
Boy,
I said,
I would have
what?
woke you up so fast, like slapped you, like get up,
Get up.
wake up.
You ain't going right.
Right. It is not your time yet.
It's not your That's the
No.
it
That's
is not your time. Girl, and she called like my other siblings in there. And they was like, she's like, isn't that weird? Isn't that crazy? Like they were all like, oh my gosh, that's crazy. And she was like, yeah, what were you dreaming about? And I was like, I don't know. I can't remember. But
it
they
had you
said your
smiling.
smile was, huh?
I said it had you smiling though.
Girl, okay, how'd your girl cheese it? Like they said no teeth though, but you had a big smile and like your hands were like locked in. Okay. They were placed perfectly.
Oh wow.
And the way
Mm.
the pillows were, it's like your head was tilted up.
Oh gosh. Ah,
I've never laid that straight in my life. So, cause I sleep, well, first off, I sleep in every position, like on my back, on my stomach, on my side. Like I'm usually a star, you know? So to be like that straight,
yeah.
that was probably a once in a lifetime thing because that doesn't happen.
Girl,
I
that's
would have woke you up.
yes.
What?
I do not play that. Mm-mm. Cause no. See, I'm trying to think of any of mine. Like my dreams be crazy. Like I do think, okay, so most of my dreams, like I'm over here like really like fighting, which I know we talked about before.
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about the spirits and stuff, me fighting and doing all that stuff. I really be fighting in my dreams. Like, so okay, I do have one. Just a little brief one. Um, so the setting was, remember the apartment junior year in college?
Where you had the roommates?
No, that, oh no, no, senior year. Sorry, senior year then. Yeah, senior year.
Okay. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about?
Mm-hmm.
The setting was there, but it wasn't where our apartment was. It was like down a little further, like where you about to exit.
Okay.
Like it was like, but it was like where, yeah, it was like in that area, whatever. And me and my sister were in the car. Girl, what car? Because I didn't have no car in college, but we was in a car. And I just remember it was a shootout. Right? It's somebody shooting.
That's not funny, but
But tell me why I'm dodging bullets. When I say dodging, like doing a matrix, like dodging bullets.
wait, are you driving? Are you
Okay,
driving?
well, this is like outside the car, right? So outside the car,
Okay.
dodging bullets. My sister's with me. I think my sister gets shot because she don't know how to dodge bullets. Like, girl, dodge the bullet. You know, like, come
The
on.
bullet, girl. Beat your back.
But then I just remember us like getting in the car, and I'm like, I didn't get shot. Which crazy thing in my dreams, I really don't be getting hurt.
Yeah.
But like my sister, I mean, it wasn't like no life threatening. Let me not say that. Okay, it wasn't like my sister. She just, I think she might have got shot. Heck, I don't remember. Let's be real. But I just remember hopping in the car and like whipping and like going away. And I remember telling my sister about the dream. She was like, why are you always, why are you always like doing something extra in your dreams? Like you over here dodging bullets. Why are people shooting? I don't know why they were shooting. I don't even know where they were coming from. I don't know who it was. It was just gunshots and bullets coming at us.
So they
So we
were
had to
shooting
die.
at y'all. Y'all wasn't in a crossfire.
I don't think so. No, like I didn't have no gun, and there's nobody else around us. It was just me and my sister. But in my dreams, it's like I have to protect people. So, granted, did I protect her? No, because she might have gotten shot. But I was dodging them. But my thing was like, let me like protect my sister. Let's get in this car. Let's hurry up and go.
Yeah.
Trying to save my sister. Girl, I was dodging them bullets like crazy.
That's that older sister syndrome. Okay.
Yeah. And if I tell you some more dreams, you were like, yeah, it's definitely the oldest child, or the first child kind of thing. Yeah. But that one has stuck with me for the longest. Dodging some dang bullets. Like I'm in a dang Matrix.
And so you just woke up at the end, like y'all just got away?
Yeah. Yeah, but I don't know what happened after that, because I woke up. So I don't know if we went to the hospital, if she was good. Maybe she just got like a little graze, just maybe just a little something. I don't
Okay.
remember.
That's giving me what's that movie? Fast and Furious, girl. That's the series from Fast and Furious.
Dang near. Yeah,
That's
low-key,
what
they used
I'm
to
thinking of.
I used to love those movies, so I can see that. I'm like James Bond. He be extra with it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I love them Bond movies. So y'all, what I start doing is writing my dreams down, right? Because I feel
Mm.
like God wants me to do that, and then I also like to look back at them. So I have this journal of dreams, and I'm looking at them, and I have
Real
dreams
quick,
of all kinds of.
you be like handwriting them?
Yeah,
Oh, dang.
I'll show you when we get off. But
I see a little bit of it. Girl, your hand don't be cramping.
yeah,
I'll be like, all right, I
girl,
can't
yeah,
write
like
no more. I'm done.
I'll be able to take breaks and everything. But
Yeah.
I just, I just feel like God be talking to me in a lot of my dreams as well.
Mm-hmm.
Trying to think of this one dream. Well, I'll share this one off the top of my head because it's just coming to mind. And it was a nightmare for me. I mean, as I explained it, it was just like, girl, what? How was that a nightmare? Listen, it was a nightmare. Okay, if you're a teacher, you know. So I had a dream that I was back at my old school, and I was teaching, I think, seventh graders at the time. Seventh graders be off the chain. Okay, so I don't know what it is, but seventh grade be off the chain. It's in every school I go to, seventh grade is off the chain. And I was teaching them, and but our classroom was outside. Or at least I took them outside, but it was a classroom setup, but it was outdoors. And they had to get in their computers, and they would not be quiet. Like they would not stop talking, and not just talking. I mean, like yelling, screaming, running around, playing, like all of that. And I was like, okay, if y'all keep it up, like y'all won't be using your laptops anymore. And they were like, no, no, miss, no, miss. They don't call you by name; they just call you miss. And but y'all, my body was jumping, like jumping. Like I can't explain it. I was just like, I gotta get out of here. Like I gotta get out of here. I don't want to do this anymore. And then my mother and my old mentor was there, and they were kind of like watching me, but wanting to help at the same time. But they was like, okay. She got control for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
But I was standing in front of the class, just looking at them as they were doing all that, and I was honestly just looking at them. And something told me just to walk away and go home. Okay, right now, this is a dream. And I was like, all right, that's it. Close the laptops. We are going back inside. And they're like, no, miss, no. But my blood was boiling.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Like outwardly, like you couldn't tell. I just looked so calm. But inside, I was a volcano. And what's crazy is, y'all, this isn't nothing. They do this on the regular, okay? Like we do this on a regular. Um, but it's like, I don't know, like what they're doing wasn't too crazy to where it's like, oh, this classroom's just out of control. They were just doing what, I don't know, it wasn't that bad, but the dream seemed like a nightmare, y'all. I woke up like shaking.
Oh,
And then
wow.
we put the laptops back on the cart, and I started rolling back into the school, and they got in line. They was quiet and stuff. They was upset because they couldn't use their laptops. Y'all, they love, the kids love their laptops. And my mother and my former mentor was standing at the doors, like as we were coming in. Like we didn't talk, but we saw each other, but we didn't. I don't know. I didn't talk to them. And we went back in, and that was it. But I woke up like it was a nightmare, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, I guess it's time for me to leave teaching, but not education."
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I kind of laughed to myself, like as I got up too, because I was like, Ryan, that wasn't even crazy, but the fact that your body is experiencing it like it's a nightmare
Yeah.
is
So wait,
wild.
what were the kids doing?
That's the thing. They were just loud, running around, screaming, playing, doing what kids do. Like they wasn't even like attacking me. They wasn't cussing
Mm,
me out. They wasn't doing none of that. That's why I'm like, what
yeah.
the heck? Like they were
Were they
literally just
being kids?
be yeah. So I'm
Yeah.
like, why am I? But inside, I was just like, I'm over this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm over this. I was a volcano, like slowly erupting.
So do you believe that like dreams are kind of like internal like feelings and like our subconscious kind of things that we're like struggling with or like trying to deal with or going through? Do you believe that's what dreams are?
I do.
Or some dreams at least?
Yes, I think some dreams are that way. And then I know that some dreams are God giving you a message.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of my dreams, I mean, as I've gotten older, I feel like as I gotten closer to God, like a lot of messages, excuse me, a lot of dreams been coming as like warnings
Mm.
of like people around me or like the situation I'm in. And yeah, it's kind of cool actually. Initially, I was just like, "Oh my gosh, what the heck is this? Like, what's going on?" Because my dreams could get so crazy, so scary. And like how you said earlier, how like you won't get harmed. Like, oh my gosh, I didn't write down a new dream. I gotta tell you that dream.
Mm.
I
What
meant
is
to
it?
write it down. Did I write it down? Oh, I did write it down. Okay. But it can just be so weird. It's so crazy. Um, yeah. And a lot of the times I think it's God giving us a message or
Mm.
even some kind of warning.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I can see that. But I do be wondering sometimes in my dreams, like, what's the message? Because I am lost. Because my dreams jump from one place to the next place, and I'm feeling so much, and it's like, what is going on? Because like I used to have tons of dreams about like natural disasters. Like, I guess I'll kind of like briefly share one. It's not like it's not a natural disaster, but like, okay, I used to dream a lot about like tornadoes and
Mm-hmm.
like multiple tornadoes like around, like, you know what I mean, just in my vicinity. So like it would be like we are in a house, some random house. I don't know where they're in. I don't know what the house is. The house was like old and dusty,
Mm-hmm.
and it was dark. It was kind of a little scary, and I was with people I did not know. But I think, and this dream I did have my daughter, but she was a baby, like a baby. And I saw like two, three tornadoes outside the window, like at a distance.
Damn.
And I'm like, okay, we gotta find somewhere to go. I don't know this house. Like I've never been in this house before, so I'm trying to, because it was like a big house, upstairs, downstairs, and a basement, cobwebs everywhere. So I just find a pantry and I just go into it, and it's like we're all trying to get into this pantry, and it's like, what the heck are we doing? Go in different rooms. Like y'all can go elsewhere. Me and my daughter's right here. You know what I mean? Like,
Right.
but like I used to have like, especially like when I was like college and high school. I used to have a lot of dreams about tornadoes or like hurricanes coming in, and it's just like a whole bunch of chaos.
Mm.
And I just never understood, like, okay, what does this mean? Like, is it my life? My life is just chaotic. Like, am I just trying to
Yeah,
figure out
I was
stuff?
gonna ask that.
Yeah, I don't know, but it was weird. But there is one dream I do want to talk about
Yeah.
because it's kind of funny, and I don't really remember. I don't remember much of it. I just remember, like, you know how sometimes you just remember certain scenes of a dream,
Mm-hmm.
and that's it. Like, I don't remember how I got there, but it was actually low key scary because all I remember is okay. It sounds weird. I was drowning in a bush. Don't ask me how I was drowning in a bush. But I was, when I say I was like for real trying to catch my breath, like drowning. But what was scary about it is that when I woke up, I had to literally catch my breath. So I don't know,
Oh,
like in real life, was I like maybe like I don't know, like choking? Like was I choking on my spit, like my saliva or something? Like I
yeah.
don't know. But it was like trying to like trying to get up out of the bush so I could
Mm.
stop drowning. And yeah, I woke up and was literally like out of breath, trying to catch my breath, and was like, "What the heck?" I don't know how I got in that bush. I don't know where the water come from, just in that bush to be drowning, girl.
Nice.
Yes, and I don't like those dreams where it's like I physically feel something outside of my dream. You know, like well, I didn't
Oh
like
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
yeah,
don't.
like
I don't like those either.
yeah, because that was scary. It's like, what if I just would have laid like a little bit longer? Like, what would have happened? Like, if I wasn't able to get out of that dream and stop drowning, whatever I was doing,
I feel
like,
like your body would have just woke you up. Like you know, they say like your body protects you from
yeah,
you or like itself. I don't know. I feel like it would have been
my
like, oh,
body's literally
something's
fighting.
wrong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but I
Wow,
don't
that's
know.
actually scary.
Girl, yes. But that happened like a while ago.
Hmm.
I think when I was in college. Girl, college was when I was experiencing. That's when I had like that little, they were talking about like little demon that like the sleep paralysis.
Hmm.
That was the first time I experienced that. I remember telling one of our
With that
friends about.
dream?
No, not with the drowning dream. It was like a different dream, but it was like in college when I experienced a lot of my like crazy. Well, I still got crazy dreams, but a lot of like my crazy dreams for real. And
Oh
like when I had
wow.
that sleep paralysis,
Yeah.
girl, I said no, I don't want that to ever happen again. Because what do you mean something is sitting on me and I just can't get up? Like get off of me! Like
Yeah.
I'm trying to
That's
get up. Yeah,
that's scary.
mm. Girl, yes, I can't do it.
I'm flipping through my book here. Well, I'm gonna tell you this one that I had a couple days ago, and it's wild because wait. Oh no. This is the dream I wanted to tell you. It was when oh my gosh, where's that page? It was so it was so weird. So I was back at my old house. Well, childhood home. I guess you could say that now, which is crazy. I thought my mother would never move all her life. They were like, "We're going to move out of here," and I was like, yeah, sure." But we actually did. She actually moved out, so I can now
Mm.
say my childhood home, which is it just sounds crazy to still say that. Okay, but this
Yeah.
I wrote it down, so I will read it. It's weird. It's weird, but okay, we was at our childhood home, and we went to this community center. Me and my siblings, we went to this community center growing up, and it was literally a couple blocks down the street from us. And one of the boys that went there too, he came. He texted me and he said, "Oh, okay." He said, "I may be high right now, but the cabs are out tonight." And I read the text to my siblings, and we're all like puzzled, like, what does he mean by that? And then my sister goes to the window. She looks outside, and I tell her to put the blinds down, and she doesn't do it. So then I put the blinds down. And ours, we have so we had a basement, a first level, and a second level.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll say most of the siblings stayed on the second level, and we had like tons of rooms in the basement, and we had some rooms on the first level. But yeah, okay, what I say? So she doesn't put the blinds. Okay, so then I go put the blinds down, and then this white car and some black cars came, and we're all upstairs. And I think it's just no. Me and my siblings are all upstairs. And so I run to the door and I say, we need to lock the door. And then two men came to the house and they start walking up our back stairs. So our back stairs, so we have a door on the first floor, and then it's like a porch, and then it was a door back there. But to come up to the second floor, you had to walk up these like long flights of stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And they just opened the door and started like trying to come up our stairs. After I said, like, oh, we need to lock the doors. And so then one man was like standing at the door, and I said they're laughing, and they had a drink in their hand, and they're casually just walking in like they live there. And then my brother and I, we stopped them at the top of the stairs, and we started yelling at them. Oh, wait, I said we don't yell or touch them. They looked at us and walked back down the stairs. So we're like standing at the top, and they look up and see us, and they just went back outside.
Mm-hmm.
And then my brother and I started to follow them. Like we ran down the stairs, and my sister opened up the blinds again and is looking out the window. And then the guy leaves out. But then I said, wait, but he said, but the guy leaves out first, and he said, I saw you as you were crossing the street. And I'm trying to remain calm. Like, how does he know me? And then, so me and my brother, we're trying to lock the door. Like, we're trying to close the door. And they're like and they're holding so we're on one side, they're one side. And we're trying to close the door. And like, we're swinging the door back and forth. But they're cracking up as like, we're serious, trying to close the door. And then I try not to panic. And so I'm like trying to close it, and I'm telling my brother to help me, and he's just staring. And I'm like, help me close this door. And he's not doing anything. And so then I like slam it shut, and then I lock the door. And then I tell them like, go downstairs and go lock the other door on the first floor. And nobody's really moving. And so then I'm starting to panic, and my sister is still looking at the window, and the blinds are open, and I'm just so frustrated. And then my other sister is standing in the living room, and I run up the stairs and I yell at my sister because she opened up the blinds again. And I start to yell, and I close the blinds and I lock the door because there's two doors to like that second level.
Girl, you was doing all the work.
So
You wasn't doing nothing.
Okay, I have tons of siblings, and they're doing nothing. And so then I fly down the stairs to the living room to go down to the first level. And what did it say? Oh, my dad was there, but he's passed away, but he was there. And my mother was there, and my sister, my other brother, they were on the first floor. And they were just oblivious to like everything that was going on. Even though you can hear what goes on upstairs, like they were just like, whatever. And I told my brother, who was standing by me when I was trying to lock the door, who wasn't doing nothing, I told him to go lock the other door. But he didn't, okay? Yeah. And they were all just, he went down there, but he just went down there to talk to them. And I just wanted to make sure that the screen door and the main door was locked. I put the shade down and ran to the door because he didn't lock them. And so then I raised up the window on the screen door. Oh, and I locked it. And I tried to lock the main door, but the lock wasn't working. And then my mother said it's broke and I need to get it fixed. I tell her, we need to get it fixed tomorrow as soon as possible. And I was mad because my family was oblivious and did not respond with urgency, and they were careless. Dream ended. Girl. Oh, wow. I feel like that was just because my heart was racing, like pounding. But everybody else was like, man, this is crazy. Yeah. It just standing there like some Sims. Like, just, man, this is, yeah. They're really trying to come into our home. And I'm like, what the heck?
But weren't they already in your home at one point and then left and then tried to get back in?
Yeah. Yeah, they thought it was a game. Like, me and my brother stopped them at the top of the stairs and they just turned around. Because we didn't say anything to them, though. I thought we did, but I said we didn't yell or touch them. They just looked at us and turned back around. And when it said that they had a cup in their hand, so I assumed they were probably drunk. But then as I'm trying to close the door, they're laughing like it's a game. And I was just like, what the heck? Get off the door.
That's crazy.
Girl.
So what do you think it means? Have you digested yet? Or is it digest or dissect? Dissect.
Dissect. What did I write down? So I said the cabs, and it's KABS, are like, it was like a gang. And they just go around and assaulting, and they were surrounding our home. The guy's name was, so his name is Joseph Habimana. That's his real name. That texted me and said, the cabs are out. Like, be careful.
Wait, so is this a real person or just a made up person?
No, this is a real person.
Oh.
That's
like in real life?
Yeah. He's the one that texted me.
And is cabs for real? Is that like a real thing too?
Oh no, the cabs, that's made up.
Okay.
Yeah, I had to look that up. I was like, what? But no, that was just a made up
okay
thing. And
do you know this guy?
Yeah.
Oh,
we went to the after school program with him.
Oh, okay.
But Joseph means God will give, add, increase, or take away. Okay. And Habimana means God exists. Okay. And honestly, I think this was a spiritual kind of dream. Because Joseph Habimana, again, it's, God will add or God will take away, and then God exists. So I feel like that was God giving us a warning, like the family a warning. Okay, let me say this. Out of all my siblings, I'm closer to God than, how can I say this? They're just not as, I guess, deep in their faith as I am.
Okay. Yeah.
And I feel like in that dream, he was kind of giving me a warning of where we all are in our faith. Because, like, the house is a foundation, and the fact that they were careless when it came to things of, like, we were in a chaotic situation. Okay, we were in like a crazy situation, and I would say these people were evil, because why are you trying to come into our home? I don't know what their intentions or their motives were, but it wasn't good. But the fact that my sister kept opening the blinds, and I'm like, stop opening the blinds. Like, they can see you looking at them. Like, I don't know. Like, and then growing up, we were always taught, like, just, you close the blinds. Especially if you try to look at stuff, like, close the blinds and turn the lights off. Like, what are you doing? Yeah. But that girl was just out the window, like, hey, we're here. Like, It was so weird. And she kept opening them. And then my brother, I'm up there wrestling with the guy, like trying to lock the door, and he's not helping. And he's kind of just standing there like, I don't know what to do. And then I tell him, go lock the door downstairs.
Mm-hmm.
And he leaves, but he doesn't do it. And then my sister is standing in the living room like, nobody's helping me as I'm running, trying to protect everyone.
Mm-hmm.
And they're just like, yeah, life is but a dream. Like, they're like just not comprehending. So I feel like that's kind of how I am in the natural. I pray for my family day and night throughout the day. You know, encouraging them, giving them, when they call and ask, which is crazy, what they would call and ask, for advice and stuff. And we would just talk, siblings.
Mm-hmm.
Even with my mother, like, same. And so it's like I'm running around trying to protect the family and they're not helping me. Like, they were just so kind of like in their own world.
Yeah.
And so I do feel like that's kind of a reflection of how it is now. Now, granted, I had this dream 2 years ago. So things have changed. They have. Yeah. I would just say I've definitely seen some progress for sure. For sure. In a lot of my siblings. So thank God for that. Because I'm praying. I've been praying hard. But yeah, I think that dream was just showing me like who I am in the family and then where they all are in our spiritual walk with God.
Yeah. No, yeah. Yeah. And in your dream, I just find it interesting that you were the one doing all the running. All the like, let me do this, let me go do this. Okay, well, you're trying to direct people to go do something, but they're just like, well, I'm just here. It's yeah. But then you have to go run and do it and do that. Yeah. It's interesting.
Yeah, I was so mad, girl. My heart was racing.
Yeah.
I'm like, do y'all want to get got?
Right. A part of me wonders from other people, right? So other people who may not feel like they have to be there or support their family or be there for their family or be there for everyone or like who are just that. I wonder, what are their dreams about? Like, do y'all dream about like saving and protecting people, or do y'all dream about y'all just being in a dream and having fun? You know what I mean? Like, my dreams are never fun. My dreams are never fun. There's always some sort of sense of danger or I got to do something. So I just find that interesting. Like, I guess I'll get into one of my dreams because it's in a sense similar because I am the one who's like protecting. But let me lay this dream out. Okay. Have you ever seen, it's like a mix between The Walking Dead, just like some sort of like something like that. Like something happens and there's like tons of people are gone. People have died. They become zombies or they're dead basically. Right. And there's a few survivors. Right. So I don't think I even wrote it down either, but I just remember certain like moments of it is that we ended up finding, so my family and I, so it's like my mom, my sister's boyfriend was there, her dad was there, and it might have been like maybe his mom, like, just like a family of families kind of thing, just all of that, right? We were in like this mansion that was gated, heavily lit with lights and stuff. Like when it's nighttime, them lights flick on, and we see what's coming. Right.
Okay.
We got a pool in the back. It's a nice house, but when I say gated, it has barbed wire at the top. Like it's gated, like security packed down. The gate to go inside is tall and big. You got to unlock it. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay.
It was an old house to like an old, like big house. Right. And there was some next to us, but it was also kind of like across this, like there was a dirt road. in front of the house, and across the street was like trees. And it was very like dusty and tons of like dirt everywhere. But there was like a few houses next to us, but like kind of like at a distance, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's daylight time during this setting, and I'm packing up. I'm finna go out, right? I'm like, get my backpack on, get my swords and my guns.
You locked and loaded.
Yes, girl, I'm finna go out here, okay? Because we needed food. We needed food. We needed stuff to survive, right?
And you're gonna go get it.
I'm the one who's I'm getting it. Me, right? By myself. Nah, y'all don't come. I got this. You know what I mean? Like, nah, I got this. Because I'm the one who found us the house. I'm the one who got us into this place safely, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna go out here and get the food. I've been doing it. You know, this is the feeling. Like listen, I know what I'm doing. Did this. I know how to do this. I survived this long. I saved us all for this long. You know, I'm going. And so I'm packing up, getting ready. The dad of the father of my daughter, he not coming out either. You know, I said that my sister's boyfriend, and I remember telling them this too. I told my sister, and then I think she ended up telling her boyfriend. To me, her boyfriend is he's very like funny, like goofy, kind of just like jokes around kind of thing, right? Mm-hmm. And I remember in the dream, he was like, oh, like, hey, I'll go. And me, I'm looking like, nah, like, nah, I got it. Kind of thing, like, nah. And then it's kind of like, okay, well, if you're going to go, well, you need to be serious. Like, this is life or death. Like, you need to be serious. Stop joking around. Don't be playing with me. Like, I'm serious. Like, yeah. I'm in this mode that, listen, I don't want to have to save you while I'm out here trying to get food for all of us to save everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to have to deal with that. And I do remember, I think when my sister did tell him, he was like, why would she say that? It's like, my sister was cracking up with it. But it's like, cause he just be playing around. But I just remember going out by myself. I did it by myself. And going to like pharmacies, like getting us like, stuff that we may need. Okay, we might need some medicine. Yeah. Running into like, other people who are out here too. And it's like, all right, look, I'm locked and loaded. Don't try and test me. But it's also like, I'm really cool with other people because people know me. We know each other. And like we do exchanges and stuff. But I did come across some zombies too. But that was easy kill. Come on now. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah. Then I started thinking about that dream. It's the fact that like there were men in the house, right? There were men in that house, and I was like, "Nah, I got it."
Here, you said, "Don't slow me down," okay?
Yeah, and there was other people there where I felt the need that like, all right, I have to go out and do this by myself to protect everyone. And I remember like my sister mentioning with my dreams. Is like, my dreams are super chaotic. Why is it always something and you're like the superhero of your dreams? And it's like, yeah, I guess I am. I really am. I feel like I have to be the superhero of my dreams. Because in that dream, girl, it was crazy. There was people trying to like invade us and stuff. And I had to do what I had to do. But
when you mentioned the part of the boyfriend, I remember you telling me this dream now.
Oh, did I?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Girl. Which like, I'm not gonna lie, I did like the dream. I kind of liked it. But like, yeah, I had to do everything myself. I just did it just because no one else. I mean, I guess someone else could have done it, but like, listen, it's serious. Like, you can't be playing around. You know what I mean? Like, and I don't want to have to, it's like when you go out, I don't want to have to, I have a mission that I have to do, right? There's a mission. It sounds so crazy. There's a mission that I have to do in this dream.
Right.
And I can't have you coming out with me on this mission, and I have to end up stopping that mission to protect you. And sometimes I feel like that's how it is in real life. I'm just like, can y'all just be still and let me get this mission done, and then we could be good. But yeah, that's one of my dreams, about having to protect everyone at
Oh,
all
wow.
times.
So did you appoint yourself, or was it like everybody else was like, oh, we can't go out there, and you was like, if anybody's going to do it, it's going to be me?
Yeah, basically. I don't remember if everyone was like, oh no, I'm not going out there. Like, I know, like, obviously my mama, no, you're not going out there. No. But then I also think that it is like, I didn't want my family, so like my mom, my sister, to go out there, because it's like, I do feel the need, like, to protect them more so. And like, obviously my daughter, no, she's a baby. Someone needs to be with her. Like, no. So it's like, I mean, I don't know what the guys, like, to think that the guys could come out. Like, yes, like, the father of my daughter, I think he could do some damage in real life. He's a pretty big guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He could probably do something, but in the dream, it's like, and I just think no, because it's like, I know what I'm capable of, and I know what I can do. That sounds crazy.
Yeah,
But in the dream,
period.
like, in the dream, and it's like, nah. But even then, I guess we can get. Even then, I feel like in real life, I still had to take care of him in a sense, you know?
Mm.
So I think that's what it is. I feel like I have to take care of these people, because, not to say these people haven't stepped up to take care of me,
Yeah.
but I feel like, because I mean, that sounds crazy. My mom has taken care of me. Like, it's my mom. You know what I mean? But I think there's just certain things. And the more I think about it, the more I can see, like, there's just certain things where I don't feel like they're capable of enough. And this sounds bad. I don't feel like they're capable enough to go out and do what I had to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know? So I prefer y'all just to stay in there and do that. But even in this dream, we had cookouts. We was having fun. It wasn't all just fighting and slaying deep, or whatever, zombies and stuff. It was like fun. We had cookouts, inviting people like next door, like, hey, I want to come over here to the pool
So it
party.
wasn't a nightmare.
No, it was like a mix of both. Yeah. So like, it wasn't like a full on nightmare. No,
Okay.
we did have
Well,
some
that's
fun.
interesting.
Yeah. But there were moments where, like, I was more of serious. Like, I couldn't have as much fun because I'm always on guard. You know? Oh, it's a crazy, crazy dream. But yeah, that's one of my dreams. That's actually one of the dreams that I really did. I really did like. I have another dream that I really, really liked, and I wish to dream it every day or every night. But yeah, that's one of my dreams. A really good dream.
I have two small dreams. And this one, I remember when I was a little girl, because it was so, like, real.
Mm-hmm.
So me and my sister, we shared a bed, and she was sleeping on the outside, I was sleeping on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
And we both had the same dream.
Oh wow.
Yeah, this was scary. It was so scary, but crazy. Because
Yeah.
I thought about it when you said, like, you feel like you have to protect, those around you.
Yeah.
So in the dream, we were outside of our house, and was it nighttime? I want to say it was like nighttime or like evening, but the sun wasn't out. But it was pretty dark, and it was this man, like, standing down the street, but like in the middle of the street, and all black. Actually, he just looked like a black figure, now that I think about it. Like
Mm.
I don't know, been all black, but he was wearing clothes, but it was just like all black. And I was with my sister, and he was just, I don't think he said anything, but he wanted my sister.
Hmm.
And I was like, and she's like a year, yeah, she's a year younger than me. And she was like kind of walking, and I was like, "Girl, what you doing?" I pulled her and I put her behind me, and he was just standing there like, "I want her,
Hmm.
like I want your sister." And I think I started yelling or something, but I put her behind me. But in real life, I woke up and I put her behind me, like, so she's now by, because our bed was in the corner, and it's
Hmm.
like, yeah, our bed was in the corner of the wall. So it's like, half of the bed was in the corner and the other half was
Yeah.
open. Initially,
Uh-huh.
I was by the wall and she was on the outside. And so then I woke
Flipped.
up and I put her literally behind me. So she's now by the wall and I'm on the outside of the bed.
Right.
And, yeah, I was just staring him down. Like, it was scary, but I had so much, like, that had to be God, because I felt so bold, so confident. Like, when it comes
Yeah.
to mine, look, the fear just goes out the door. It just goes out
Yeah.
the door. And that's what had me think of it when you said that. Like, you talk about your daughter and your mother and stuff. Like, if it's going to be anybody, it's going to be me. Okay.
Hmm.
And, but I feel like it was like pulling her. And then we woke up and I said, "Oh my gosh, I had a scary dream." And she's like, "I did too." And I can't remember who told each other first, but, she was like, "It was this man down the street and like he wanted me. He kept telling me like to come." And I actually
Wow.
started to like follow, and then you pulled me back and pulled me like behind you.
Hmm.
And I was like, "What?" I had that same dream. And I was like, "Yeah." She was like, "Yeah." And you were like just bold, like you was like ready for whatever. And she's like, "Yeah." And I woke up and I was inside the bed. Like, yeah, because I put you there. But the crazy thing, I don't remember doing it, but
Hmm.
I know I did it, but I don't remember doing it. If that makes sense.
Right.
I kind of remember, I kind of don't. Like, I was still kind of sleeping at the moment.
Hmm.
Um, and I told her, like, yeah, I said I had that same exact dream. Like, he was standing down the street, and it's not that he was saying something, but I know he was like,
Yeah.
"I want her." And then my sister, and then we told our mother, and she was like, "Oh, we gotta pray." And she was like, "You guys are spiritually connected," or something like that. And I was just like, "What? This is my sister, so we are connected." But she was like, "No, it's deeper than that." But we were kids, and I didn't really understand it. But now I think I do.
Yeah. Wow. That's
That was
crazy to have
scary.
a dream and then literally y'all have the same dream, just different perspectives kind of thing, but like
Yeah,
the same. That's crazy.
yeah. But we were both there, like at the same time. Like, well,
Yeah.
but I was like, "What was that?"
That's crazy.
And then my other dream, this is when I moved back home in before we left for Houston. But
Mm-hmm.
I was sitting in the bed, because one thing I know I do battle with is anxiousness and fear.
Mm-hmm.
And I will always tell myself, well, I would repeat the scripture, God has not given us a spirit of fear, but a spirit of power, love, and a sound mind. Because I was like, fear, I don't want fear to rule my life, because I've seen people who live in fear and they're not living for real.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
fear really does hold you back. And the devil knows that, like, because you're scared to do, you just get anxious and fearful of everything. And so you're scared to make that step because it may be wrong or something bad may happen.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't want to live like that, because I could see, if I allow fear to really dictate my life, I could definitely see myself living like that. And I was like, that's not even, I wasn't made to live like that. Okay.
Right.
But when I was sleeping, I had a dream that I went to the basement of my house, and it was kind of like it was in this back room. So when you go down our basement, it doesn't have a railing, but the stairs, when you sit on the stairs, you can see like we have like a sitting area back there and like a back room. And in the back room, it looked like it was a furnace, like fire, like little, what are those called? Like little ashes, I guess, coming out. Like it just looked like it was a furnace back there. Like it was just scary, right? And
Yeah.
then like you know the steam engine of a train, that sound,
Yeah.
like that sound was just going off, like not steadily, but like it'll go off and stop and go off and stop,
Oh wow.
and you hear like a monster growling and stuff. And then I went down the stairs and I looked and I was like, what the heck? Like, what is that? And then my spirit was like I started getting scared. I started like,
Mm.
oh, I don't want to go, I don't want to go down there or in there. And
Mm.
then I don't know, something rose up in me and I was like, and then I was about to run back up the stairs and I was like, hold on, that's the spirit of fear, girl. And I started running towards it, like
Oh wow.
running towards it. But then like, I felt like I hit here I go, you talk about the Matrix. I feel like I hit some kind of Matrix because I started slowing down.
Mm.
And then all I could hear is that, like that sound of like that engine and like growling. But I was like, oh, we about to stop this today. Okay. Now, what was I going to do? Girl, I don't know what the heck. I was like, why are you running? Because I was kind of like, why are you running towards this? But I was like, I don't know, but this got to stop. Like,
Yeah.
this has got to go. And I was running, but it was like slow motion. And then, but it was kind of weird because I was still kind of scared, but at the same time, I wasn't. And then I did call on Jesus because it got real. Because it's like I felt like I
Mm.
was moving, but I wasn't moving because like it just slowed down. And I was like, oh, am I supposed to be doing this or what? But I was just like, Jesus. It was like one of those. And then I woke up and I was kind of like startled. But at the same time, Alex, I felt like I can conquer the world. And I know
Yeah.
that sounds crazy, but I was like, I was really about to go after this thing. Like,
Yeah. Whatever it was.
yeah, yeah. And I feel like God was like, whoa there, buddy. Like,
Yeah.
remember, I got to go before you, or like call on me and I will do it for you. Like, but the fact that I was like, we about to end this now. But that's the thing though. I knew it was the spirit of fear.
Mm.
And I was about to run back up the stairs. Okay. I was like, oh, well, that's the spirit of fear. But then I was like, wait, that's the spirit of fear. And I was like, no, you're about to scare me no more. And I was running towards it. I couldn't see anything. I just saw like fire and stuff come from out of the room, like all that. But I was
Girl.
running towards it.
Yeah. That's interesting.
Yeah.
I feel like that's the second dream I've heard of you say that. That it's a spirit of fear and you're just running running towards it.
Girl.
I feel like you talked about that last time too. But it was a different it wasn't I don't think it wasn't like that. I'm not mistaken.
I can't remember. I wonder if I did tell that one. But I don't know. That came to mind when you were talking about how brave you were.
Yeah. But I mean that is true. Like when you were mentioning like the fear, which is crazy is that in my dreams, it'd be like I have no fear at all. I have the most confidence. Fear is not even in my vocabulary. Like, what? I'm out there fighting them dang zombies and, you know what I mean? Like, dodging bullets, you know? Fear is not there. And but in real life, just you even saying, like, fear really does, like, stop you from living. And I'm like, dang, that kind of hit. Like, that, just you even just saying that kind of hit because that's so real. And I feel like I am trying to get over that because I am very anxious as well. And I do hold fear, which is to do the wrong thing. I don't want to do something, and then it's like, well, I just wasted money. I just wasted time. Like now
Mm-hmm.
I didn't, you know what I mean? So like, and I'm starting to get, well, slowly getting over that because I am like, girl, just do it. Just do it, you know? But
Yeah.
that's real. And that's interesting. I find it very
Yeah.
interesting.
Okay, I have to say this. It was a couple nights ago, and I was laying in the bed crying, right? Crying, but I was praying, and I was telling God, like, I do not want to, because we're talking about fear and stuff, and I was like, I can't live like this. Like, I've experienced too much with you, and you've got me out of so much for me to like worry. Because I can get, oh my gosh,
Mm.
when I tell you I initially moved back home, I felt like I was back in protector mode again of my family.
Mm. Yeah.
And just seeing how they just, living their life just really, it's just like, somebody's got to do something for them around here. Like, it is going to be me. I'm going to come here and I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this for them. I'm going to do this for them. I'm going to do this for them. And then I found myself getting anxious again. And like, okay, so
Mm.
like what you said earlier, that really hit home. Like, not that they can't take care of themselves, but it's like, oh, they need help taking care of themselves. Like, that's the kind of mode I go into. But then it's
Mm-hmm.
crazy because talking with my siblings, they kind of have that same demeanor as well, but theirs shows up in different ways. Okay. Um, but they kind of all hold that as well. And I'm like, that is so interesting to me.
Yeah.
Um, that's interesting because well, it's interesting. It's different. Their way is different than mine. Let me just say that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I found myself getting very anxious and just worried and stuff. And I was just like, God, you tell us not to worry about anything, not to be anxious about anything. And what my problem is, I guess what I'm learning is that I really do like to be in control. Even when I'm like, God, I gave it to you, you're in control. It's like inwardly, I'm still like, I'm in control. Like, whoa, that wasn't supposed to happen, or why did that happen like that? And it's like, cause you don't have the control for real. Like, you really don't. And the more you try to control it and things go the way you didn't plan, then you're like, oh, I don't know. Then you get fearful and anxious,
Mm.
or
Yeah.
like I'm messing up, or something bad is going to happen. And it's just like, no, it's just, it didn't go the way you thought it was going to go, or it didn't go the way
Right.
you thought it was supposed to be. Like, you thought your way was just A1. Like,
Mm.
and God is like, no. And then I had to like, I told myself I need to fall back on the word more and just realize all things are working out for my good. Not because just the Bible says it. Well, yeah, you're supposed to believe everything the Bible says, but it's also because I lived it.
Mm.
Even the crazy stuff that I go through, it always works out for my good. It always makes me stronger spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. Like, it, even though I go through things that I don't want to go through, when I come out, it does make me a stronger person and a better person. And so I'm like, at this point in my life, at the big age of 30, about to be 31, um,
Oh, that's so true.
girl.
2 months.
But I said, I don't want to do that no more. I don't want this push and pull, this tug of war, like, with you no more. Like, you told me to do a thing, I'm gonna do it. I
Mm.
pray for a thing and it don't come to pass. That's okay. Like, I just want to walk. Well, I walk in obedience anyway, but this time it's different, Alex. Like, it's so different. I was up at 3 in the morning, like, just crying out.
Wow.
Like, I felt
Yeah.
something in me that's kind of like, well, not kind of, that's breaking off. Like, I don't want the control. I don't have the control. And I said, God, my family has been taken care of without me in the picture. Like,
Yeah.
but now that I come back, I'm just like, oh, somebody's gotta do something. And it's just like,
Yeah.
girl, they've been cool without you here. Like, they got their own house, they got a job, they pay your bills, like they fed, I mean, granted, they're going through life struggles because life gonna throw you some
Right.
haymakers and curveballs. Haymakers is wild. But that's how it feels sometimes. Life be taking you out.
Yeah.
But it's
It
like
really
they're
does.
getting through it. And it's like they will be okay with you not there because they've been okay with you not there. And understand that your prayers are doing more work than what you think.
Hmm.
So it's like I had to release that like completely. And I feel like I've been working on this for years. Like I have to let my family go and really just let God do his thing in their life. They gonna have to go through some things
Right.
to learn, to be better, to, get deeper in their faith and closer to him. And it's like, I gotta get out the way. Cause I be trying to save them from struggle. That's the thing. It's like I don't want to see nobody struggle. Like who wants to see their family struggle for real?
Yeah.
But it's like, girl, you struggled and God got you through. So why can't you trust that in that struggling, God is going to get them through, not you.
Right.
But you'll be there for like more support and like helping where you need. But it's like God is going to, just like he got you through that situation, he's going to get them through that situation so that they can come out stronger as well.
Right.
And so I was like, okay, God, I release it. I'm going to be obedient, even because there's jobs I've been applying for, and 2 out of the 3 that I really want emailed me, hey, we are ready to fill up this position. I was like, God, I prayed for that. Like, I wanted that position. But then I was just like, maybe it wasn't for me to have that position. Well, I always pray the prayer, like, if it's not for me, close that door. And it simply just wasn't for you. Like, nothing got to be wrong with the team. Nothing got to be wrong with the supervisor. It just wasn't for you.
Right.
So I was like, God, whatever job you have for me, just prepare me for it and I'll be ready.
Yeah.
But yeah, girl, it got real a couple nights ago.
Yeah. No, I feel that. Oh, wow.
Okay, I got this one dream.
Okay.
Sorry,
Go
did you want
ahead.
to say something?
No, you can go ahead.
Okay.
What's your...
Oh, this dream was kind of crazy. It gave like sci-fi.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I was in this swamp. I'm gonna just read it because I don't want to miss nothing. So I was in this swamp. It was in a huge man-made swamp. This swamp was in a controlled environment surrounded by walls. It had trees and real crocodiles. The water was murky and cold. I was with this white girl and we were trying to hide from these people. I think they were scientists. She was pulling logs, branches, and even crocodiles hear us so we could hide among them. These were real crocodiles, mind you. Our body was in the water and we kept ducking our heads so the man wouldn't see us, but eventually he saw us. We tried to stay underwater, but we couldn't hold our breath. We somehow managed to get out of the swamp and back in the facility. There was a lot of us trying to escape. Oh, I remember it now. Like we were running through the hallways and like, like in those movies where it's like somebody's breaking out or something's going on. It's these red lights everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Girl, and then there were people who were like, it was like white walls, people in lab coats, like,
Oh,
I don't know what, I think it was in some kind of laboratory. This was weird. This dream was so
yeah.
weird. There was a lot of us trying to escape. We separated. There were 2 women chasing me. I ran to the bathroom and they followed me there and I threw up in the toilet It was an open toilet, no stall surrounding this one. They just watched me as I threw up. um, oh, what seems to be the water I ingested from the swamp. Then the dream ended.
Oh, wait, that's crazy. It just ended just like that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't. I guess I don't remember. But what's crazy is that as I'm reading this, or as I have been reading these, it's like my dream is like playing back in my head,
Mm-hmm.
and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember this dream. I remember it, and it felt so real. I can just see myself now. Like I'm like, first up, why aren't there stalls in here? And I could just see myself like throwing up. And I remember that they were just looking at me kind of strange. So like they had their goggles on, they had their white jackets on, but like their face was covered, but their heads was kind of like tilted. Like, what is she
Wow.
doing?
Yeah, like what's
And then
going
I'm
on?
just yeah. But I'm looking at them like these women are kind of weird.
That's
But yeah,
crazy.
I was
I'm not
like,
gonna lie. I do not. Well, sometimes I don't mind the dreams ending like abruptly, like just end it. Because some of them be like a little scary. And it's like, all right, time to end this, close this, you know. But some of them be like, wait a minute, like I'm trying to let me, like don't end yet, like there's
yeah.
more that needs to be discovered. But let me see. See, now I'm debating if I should read off the one dream that I have. Because it was the one I said I wasn't going to share, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was weird. But I don't know if I should share that one. I don't know. Or should I just share like my favorite one that I've had like a long time ago and every night, not really, but I'd be wishing I just want to dream it again. Just give me that dream back
Um,
again.
yeah, let's hear that one.
Okay, we'll do that one. Only because it was kind of like a little love story, you know what I mean? Like a little,
No.
it was kind of like, it was almost like a, it's very mystical, like, what is it? Like a non-fictional kind of like in the realm of like fairies and like stuff like that. But like that was back then when I was not reading none of them books, not watching any of them shows. I was not into fairies. But recently I did read a book about fairies and it kind of gave me that vibe. I'm like, oh, it kind of reminds me of my dream. But okay, so the setting was like in these apartments that I used to live in, like when I was like a little younger. And it's kind of hard because I don't remember much. I just remember certain scenes of it, right? Which I'm sure is
Mm-hmm.
probably kind of like skewed a little bit because it's been some time. But I just remember it was like three guys who had like basically a superpower. They could fly, they were super strong and all that. And I think they were like almost like vampires in a sense. Um, but I remember I was like walking and then all of a sudden they like swooped up and like got me. Like they were like boom, like right there, right? And
Mm-hmm.
they were like kind of like tall. Um, I mean, one was like brown skin and like dark skin. Maybe was it two brown skin and dark skin, and had like dark hair. They all had like different color eyes. That's the way you can like distinguish them. Was different color, like a blue, kind of like a not super bright blue, but like a bluish color, and then like this like really pretty like green, and then like a really really pretty like hazel color, more of like a
Oh.
brown. But it was like they were very like vibrant, like super like vibrant. And then they were all brothers. Come to find out, they were all brothers. And the one with like the blue eyes like got me, and I think they were gonna kill me.
Oh.
Yeah, yeah. They were gonna kill me like it's like he's about to bite my neck and like get my blood.
I didn't see this going there. I thought these men are fine. Okay. me.
Oh
What?
shit. No, but no, for real, they were actually they were really fine. And then he didn't. He did not. He was trying to, but it's like something that was stopping him. And he was just like staring into my eyes, girl, just staring. Okay, me obviously like I don't know what's going on. I'm terrified. Like I'm terrified, but also just like, all right, well, do what you're about to do. Like hurry up. Like if you're gonna do it, just do it. You know what I mean? Just kill me already, day. And
Oh
so
my
like we're just staring
god.
there in the eyes, and I think so. Then like so that happens, and I think he basically just like took me. And his brother's looking like, what is you doing? Like, come on, like we're trying to feast. You know what I mean? Like it's time to eat, like,
Yeah.
you know? But then he's like kind of like stopping his brothers from getting to me, right? And that's when our love story begins, okay? The love story begins.
Okay, Bella, this is giving.
Right? It might have been. It might have
I'm cracking
basically
up.
that. Because he did take me to like where they were, but it wasn't like, it was like in a different kind of like realm. Like it was like up. So it wasn't like where I was. It's like you're up in the clouds in a sense. And I remember them putting me in a room. And I'm just like, what the heck? You know what I mean? I'm just like, what the heck's going on there? And then, they're do whatever. And then I guess, I can't remember what stuff happened. And then come to find out, like, they have like this thing where they have like a soulmate that they meet. Right? And I just so happen to be his soulmate. They don't go out looking for it. It just, if it comes, it comes, whatever. I just so happen to be his soulmate. So that's when things became like, I just became part of the family. And I'm like, what the heck's going on? Like, what are we doing? Like, what am I doing here? I'm trying to go home. Like, okay, you're
Oh
not
yeah,
going
they
to
did
kill
just
me.
take you.
Yes, like I have a whole family that is missing me right now.
I'm cracking.
I tried to go home. But then, yeah, I think try to remember. I just remember it was like some sort of room. And then, and eventually I could tell that this guy really liked me or was like, he just like being super nice. Cause it's like, okay, at one point you about to bite me and like kill me, but now you're bringing me food. Now you're actually sitting here trying to have a conversation with me. And I'm not trying to have a conversation. Like, bro, like, get me home. Like, yeah, you fine, but like, I'm trying to go home. Like, I don't know y'all. You know what I mean? And then I just remember, I don't know. It was just weird. Like, and it was like a really good dream. Like, it was weird, but like, it was a good dream. I'm like, okay, I done found love. Like, I found this man. Girl, he's taking care of me. He a fairy. He could fly. He also a vampire. And I think we kind of like worked. I think we just kind of like work together to like live in the real world. Like, all right, blood, let's find something else. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm sure we ended up having kids, girl. I'm sure it just,
I'm
you know what I mean?
cracking up.
But yeah, I remember that. And I remember I like met his parents and everyone was just like looking at me like I'm just like some like case study. Like, oh my gosh, it's this girl. This is a girl. Like it's her. So you found a human. You didn't even find no other, whatever they were. It's like you didn't even find that.
Yeah.
You found a human, which I guess it is very much like Twilight.
Girl, I'm about to say the parents, and then they looking at you like, what the heck? She don't belong
Yeah.
here.
Yeah. But I mean, they just accepted me because it's like, well, I mean, you have that feeling of your soulmate. They have like that. They're able to know like this is their soulmate kind of thing. Like it's like a flash before their eyes. Like, I know you're my person without a doubt because they are all set one person. And I was this person. And I'm like,
Oh
wow.
wow.
Yeah. Girl, it was good. It was a good little movie.
I was gonna say, I'm like, wow, this could be a nice movie. I'll watch
Yeah.
it. Not too much all that biting going on, but I'll watch. I'll
Right.
watch it.
I say, yeah. And that was so long ago when I had that dream. so long ago.
Oh,
And I remember like I was trying to like leave. I kept trying to escape and leave, and he kept pulling me back. Like, no, you got to stay with me. Like, you cannot leave, kind of thing. And I'm like, no, I gotta go.
wait, so you didn't see your family ever again?
I don't remember. I feel like we eventually. Part of me is like, I don't remember if I did or not.
Hmm.
Yeah, I don't remember. But I guess if I'm making it up now, yeah, girl, I'm going back to my family, and we just made it work.
I'm trying to go home. I got a family. That's
But
funny.
yeah,
Yeah, it'd be a
girl,
movie I watch.
yeah. Heck, I might try and dream about that tonight. let me reminisce a little bit.
I was gonna say, do you do that sometimes? That before you go to bed, like you try to think of something, and you're just like, "Let this be my dream.
Yes. No, for real.
Let this
Yes.
be my dream, please." Let me have some good things going on in my mind,
And it don't ever be a dream. It'll be something different.
girl. Switch like that. I'm like, what the heck? Okay, I'm actually
Yes.
gonna end with this dream.
Okay.
Um, yeah, it's not a fun dream. It's actually a scary dream. It's kind of because what you said just made me. Well, actually, no. What you said did not make me think of that. Um,
Mm-hmm.
I think when you gave your tornado dream, it made me think of this.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
But I want to say I had this dream when I was in Chicago, and it was like an end of the world kind of dream. Well, that's what it gave, you know. And I feel like I just watch a lot of action movies. But I was so like the city was getting tore up, but it was getting tore up by these men, and it was three, and it's crazy because they were brothers, but they were like they each had they were villains though, and they
Mm-hmm.
each had a super. Wow, okay, so maybe yeah, that dream did kind of trigger this one too, but they
Dang,
each did
yeah.
have superpower. But one guy had like these sling, like these kind of like ropes. But it wasn't a rope, but it was a rope, but it wasn't a rope. But it was like electric,
Mm.
like, and when you throw it out, like it extends. But he was like just kept doing that to the buildings, and like they would, break. And I remember I ran into the store, like people are running all over, like the ground it gives you like the scene of the Marvel movies, it like some of the ground was cracked and open, all of that, like, but it was just these three guys, but I feel like it was, I don't know, but it was just happening in Chicago.
Mm.
I run into the store, and like they're coming towards the store, and I don't know why I run in there, but I run into this guy who I knew back in middle school, and I was like, oh my gosh, like what are you doing here? And he was like, I'm helping them people, I'm helping them get out. And I was like, wow, you really do have a kind heart. Like it was so weird. I was like, you have a kind soul. And he was like, yeah, I'm getting these people out of here. And he was like, run, like run. And I did. I took off. And then I think he didn't make it out. But I was like, what the heck? Like, why him out of all people? And gosh, that's
Mm.
sad. But everybody's running to the airport because they're trying to, I don't know if it was the whole world or this was just Chicago,
Mm.
but it made you think that this is happening all over.
Mm.
And so everybody's in the airport, but it's so weird to get to the other side. So like, oh, what's that called when you're checking customs?
TSA.
TSA. Thank you. So going through TSA, you have to go through this freaking long loop-de-doop of go back and forth in the rope, and then you get up there and you do what you got to do. When you
Yeah.
come into the airport, that's what you're in. Like you got to go through the rope, but not only that, it's like an obstacle course. It's
Oh.
an obstacle course that you have to get through to get to the airplane. And I'm doing it. Like I don't know what it is, but I've got this adrenaline and I'm going through the obstacle course. But then I see people just running the other way. Like they didn't go, they just ran around it. And I was just like, what the heck? And so I stop and I just leave the obstacle. This part was just so dumb. But I was like, oh, but in my mind, because everybody was doing it, well, majority of everybody was doing it.
Mm.
And I was like, oh, so we don't have to do this? Girl, I left that thing so quick. And then it looks like a movie theater, but it's the airport. And because there's popcorn and like all the snacks behind the guy, and everybody's rushing the counter. Like, well, yeah, people are getting food too, but people are like, we want, actually, I don't know why people are rushing the counter, but it looked like a movie theater. And then it was like these tunnels, and that's to go to the airplane, but like, I think it was like 3 or 4 tunnels, but we're all trying to get into this one tunnel. And the guy is like, you can't go through if you don't have a ticket. And then I see this guy I went to school with, middle school, high school, and college. But he was like, Ryan, like, what are you doing? And I was like, he said, we got to go get a ticket. We got to get a ticket. Cause that guy, and it was just him though, but he was holding it down. He was a big guy, like a semi giant. And he was like, you cannot go through if you don't have a ticket. And there was a red rope, like one of those things to like separate, like I guess a divider, like a little separator thing across the tunnel. And he will only open it if you showed him your ticket. And I was like, where do we get a ticket? And he was like, you got to go to the counter. And I was like, what the heck? Like, I don't think they're giving tickets, because they were saying like, we don't have tickets over there. We don't have tickets. And, cause people were like, oh, I guess that's why they were rushing the counter. Like, they're like, we need tickets. Like, we need tickets. We got to get out of here. But people was also getting food. And so I was like, what the heck? Like, this is so weird. But everybody's trying to get out of Chicago. And, my friend, he rushes me to the counter. He was like, get your ticket so we can go. And I'm just like, they said they don't have any more tickets. And so we're like running to these other counters, and they're all saying we don't have a ticket. And then this guy, like, we made eye contact, and he just like he was behind the counter, and he like slips me a ticket, and then he like covers his mouth and like, don't tell nobody. And I was like, bet, like, what? I was like, thank you. And then I'm running, and I was like, I got a ticket. And me and my friend, like, we show, it's just the golden ticket. You know what I mean? The one I'm trying, girl, all the movies is like, but it's a golden ticket. And the guy looks at my ticket, and then he like looks kind of like, I don't know, he looks at it weird. Then he looks at me, and I was just like, let me in. And he was like, all right, go ahead. And then me and my friend, like, we're running down the tunnel, and it's just dark, and it ends.
Well, I mean, I guess at least you kind of got to escape.
Yeah, hopefully. Okay, who's gonna fly the plane?
Yeah,
No,
like, if there's
but
like sort of disaster going on, is the plane the safest to go?
right. And
You
girl, this
know?
happened when I was living in Chicago. This was back in either 2020 or 2021.
Mm.
But I remember that dream. That was it was a scary dream.
Yeah.
I mean, I can laugh at it now, because I was like, when I tell you, I was pushing the obstacle course. I mean, you see them, Wipeout. I think that's the TV show.
Wipeout?
Where they got to go through that obstacle course.
I don't think I know.
They're over water.
Is it similar to like Ninja Warrior?
Yeah.
No.
But they're in water. And they got to do all these crazy things.
Mm.
Yeah, that's how the obstacle course was. But we wasn't in water, but it was like, we was in the airport, but it was like, we had to go through all of that. And
They
then,
try to slow y'all down.
yes, that's what I said. I was like, oh my gosh, these people are, I don't know who's running this show, but they did that on purpose to slow us down.
Yeah.
Like, so that people don't
But
go
also
and get
that could be, to slow y'all down so it's not such a big rush, and then now it's just so much chaos. No, y'all go through this obstacle course so that we can do it easier. Okay, here's everybody ticket. Here, rather than y'all just bum rushing, and then it's like, well, y'all doing too much now. None of y'all getting a ticket.
Okay. Okay. And like, people were crying. It was like scary, because it was like, we're trying to leave Chicago because these folks are destroying the city. But yeah, that was an interesting dream.
Dang. Mm, that's crazy. I don't think I have any more dreams. Well, I'm sure I do, but I don't think I have any more. I do be wanting like someone to like figure out my dreams. Like, what do they mean? Because I don't be knowing. I don't be knowing. Because my dreams are just it's so chaotic. Way too chaotic. But you have anything else to share? Or we're going to end it here.
Um, yeah, we can hear it because I'm just thinking about tons of dreams that I've had, and
Yeah.
same. I want somebody to break it down for me too, because I do believe there's a lot of symbolism
Yeah.
in our dreams. A lot of times I do pray on it too, and I wait for God to give me some kind of interpretation, I guess, to the dream.
That's scary. Yeah. It's that same. Actually, I'm going to start. I'm going to type. I'm going to put it in my notes, my dreams, because I know I have so many dreams and I just don't remember them.
Mm-hmm.
But I need to write them down. Like the one dream I was telling you about, when I say it's like, then you're like, it's long. It's a long note because I have to, if I literally woke up from that dream and was like, let me write this down. Because
Mm.
if not, I'm going to forget it. Like the next day, I will forget it because I don't remember. And I want to remember like the details because there's certain details that be in my dream. It's like, what was that detail? And that detail will help me maybe with
Yeah.
something in my real life. Like it could be like a name of somebody. It's like, what was that person's name? I was calling them by. I don't remember. So it's like I got to write my stuff down for sure. Gotta start to. But yeah, I guess we can end it here. End
Yeah.
it on in this in we can end it here. So that is the end of this episode of us talking about our dreams and deja vu that we have experienced. Our wild, crazy dreams.
Literally.
Yes. But yeah, that's the end, and we'll see y'all next time.
Talk to y'all later.